Things first, my name is Kenneth Bird. My company is Crystal Edge Technology Screens. Whew, man, talk about a doozy of some craziness. So anyway, um, I hear that Crow has vanquished all and destroyed all black gray screen paint mixes, including black projection screens like XY and who else does black technology? Screen Innovation and some of these other companies out here. He's vanquished it all with his product. Now, mind you, this is coming from an individual who started some nonsense about a meter, which we went in hard on him. We did. We always press hard on him. I think he snapped. I really do think he snapped. That he claims that he's destroyed all black technology. Sure you have. Sure. In your world, sure you have. You have destroyed all black technology. Sure. Number one, you completed no tests at all. The test that we requested multiple times, you couldn't even complete. Outside demonstration, never did it at all. We were out there yesterday, playing around yesterday. Weren't even out there. Matter of fact, they got a name for you now. They call you No Show Crow because you don't show up for anything. You cheated in two of your demonstrations, which you got busted on. One of them where you were actually hugging a projection screen. The other one, clearly, and we had it on Facebook, people are analyzing it. They could see where you had light as clear as day outside and still a huge piece of sheet poster board laying down to protect any light that would seep under the window sill and make contact with the screen. So I don't know how you're giving yourself a victory if you haven't completed any challenges, and then the challenges you did try to attempt, you got caught miserably cheating on those challenges. Your product is nothing more than black and white paint. We got videos of that. I don't know how in the world you're denying that one. We got videos of you making a product and giving it away for free and then selling the same product on your website to customers. So I don't know where you're getting that from. Where are your test demonstrations? You have any test demonstrations on more than one certified screen? Nope. When you got that Lux surface, and there was a fellow on YouTube that wanted a complete rant on you because he didn't like the fact that how you basically disrespected the company by reversing the fabric on the opposite side, which we all know. I have it here myself. If you have it on the opposite side, it gives off a bit of a hot spot effect. Doesn't show up too well. I got it right there on my kitchen table right now. That Lux, right there, 60 inches of it sitting on my table. Tested it already. So no, he doesn't do things by the book. He comes up with all these weird, crazy accusations that he's conquered this and conquered that. You haven't done anything. I did a simple demonstration yesterday of displaying on the dark slate. We did a snowstorm at the bottom. We did a star field at the top. We asked you to complete the test. Never was done. We requested for you to go outside and do the demonstration because it's the reason why we requested him to do the star field outside, because inside we knew he was going to cheat the test. We knew he was going to do things like block windows, lights were coming out of windows, put little lamps around the environment. He was going to give that illusion that his product was actually working when it wasn't. That's why they chose outside. There's no way for you to cheat outside. Either your screen's going to show or it's not. And he completed the test. So after seeing this caption, we're not going to entertain you. We're done entertaining you. We're done. We did what we need to do. We came and we debunked your products. If they don't work, none of them. When the Cinemax gets here, we'll throw that outside too and show you it washes out. We'll show you it doesn't pull contrast level. We'll show you it comes up equal to all the products that he has here, that we have here in the house. It'll match them. We'll show you where the contrast levels are going to be better on the UV mix on the Cinemax, which is Cinemax is supposed to have a high contrast level. And we'll show you where the UV mix on the Cinemax is not going to be to pull its white levels. So you're skipping tests left and right. You're cheating customers out of money. You're cheating out of shipping. You're doing all kinds of reckless stuff, man. I can see why you would become delusional and come up there and say, I destroyed all black technology. Yeah. So Optima has a black screen. You destroyed your screen too without testing it. You ever test Black Diamond's technology? Nope. Never had a peek in there before. I never seen you test Black Diamond technology. Not to the point where you get court orders against you. We did that. So no, he hasn't done anything at all. Until he completes the test that he's supposed to complete, his product is nothing more than but a fake. That's what it is. Until you come outside and do that Starfield demonstration and produce a 100% contrast level outside, corner to corner, like we did, your product is fake. So we don't care what you say, what you do. At the end of the day, we beat you. That's it. That's the end of it. We're done. I got to move on. I got some business I got to take care of today. We got the invisible technology we're playing around today. Hopefully my screen gets here so I can finish coding it in so I can get that demonstration done. But until then, here's another challenge for you right here. Since you beat all black screens, how about you pull an image up with this much light in the environment? I'll even give you a Starfield demonstration. Let's see if we can find out what remote control goes to this unit. I'm gonna strap this in real quick. I'll give you a challenge right now since you said you beat all screens. This will be your last challenge. Won't give you no more after this because I don't think you can handle any more challenges. I don't think you can take it. If you're making accusations like that. There's my screen right there. Fully lit environment, as you can see right next to all my windows. Lights are on. We got lights on here, nice and bright in the environment where I'm testing out the screens at. And I'm gonna give you a challenge right now. I'm gonna give you a Starfield demonstration to complete the day. And you won't get it done. Which one is this one? Is this one for this one, right? Oh, this one for this one. Here we go. Starfield screensaver. Here's your challenge for the day. Fully lit environment. Let's see if you can complete this one. This is inside the house. We having a ball at that toy, aren't you? Ding, 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 ding. It's flashing all over the house. So there you go, Crow. Since you said you beat all black screens, complete this one today. Try to complete this test today. Matter of fact, I'll make it easy. Hold on. I gotta really change this up today anyway. I'll pull our curtains back. Go. Got a curtain pulled all the way back. Show how much light we got in the environment. Got the windows open. Projector sitting 18 feet away from the screen. Back up again. Show you how much light we got in the environment. And again. Since you paid you vanquish all black screens, complete this demonstration today. If you don't, do the video, then you're just another no-show crow. That's your nickname for now on, no-show crow. That's all you gotta do, do the demonstration, Starfield demonstration. Display it on your Cinemax. I hope you see that today. Which we won't see it. We're never not gonna see it. There's no point. That's why I said we're not gonna entertain him anymore. He doesn't, when he brags and talks about how his product can do this and can do that, you can't back it up, man. Your stuff doesn't pull contrast. I don't care how many dark environments you stick yourself into, how many fake demonstrations you do. I mean, that one where you basically was in the room. I mean, come on, man. Anyone can clearly see the sunlight piercing through the peephole in your door. Even in that split second, when you turn the camera back, you can see where your blinds, the sun was out. You had a light peeking around your corners of your blinds that were reflecting off your ceiling. And you could see right where you had that piece of wood. You had a piece of wood there, Crow. Think about it. You had a piece of wood there blocking the sunlight that might have got underneath the shade and might have pierced the edge of your screen. That's why that wood was there. Even the categories on that one, that was just downright stupid. Who does that? I had some people ask, like, why does he have that piece of wood there? Anytime you do a demonstration, there's not supposed to be anything in front of your screen. Nothing here is supposed to be here. This is all supposed to be open. Why would you have a sheet of wood across here and have your windows here unless when the windows come down, the blinds only hit us so far? That means there's a little bit of light would have pierced through and hit the bottom half of your screen. That's what that piece of wood was there, to block that light coming through. I picked up on that. Come on, if I can sit there and I can analyze companies and watch their environments and see how their environments play out, I can analyze your environment also too. My screen does not sit in the dark. It doesn't sit in the shadowy area. It sits in a well-lit environment. My screen's 126 inches, a edgeless screen. My projector sits approximately 18 feet away from my screen. I've changed that projector up to 1,000 lumens. I've changed it out to 800 lumens. I've had that at 43. I've done multiple projector swaps on these screens. You're supposed to pull up a Starfield demonstration. If you can pull contrast level, corner to corner. You saw that light right there? That's coming from my lamp. If I drop my meter in there right now, it's going to go through the roof. And we're on a cloudy day right now. That's what you have to be able to show. Now, if he was honest and he came out and said, okay, my contrast levels are fair, the screens have to be used in an ambient light controlled environment, you know, white levels are okay. Now you're being honest, but you're not being honest by saying that your product can pull a contrast level, because it can't. If you go back to real quick, if you look at, go to any company, do your research, go to any company, go to Lead Screens, go to Screen Innovation, go to DMP Supernova, Seymour AV, go call any one of those companies up and ask them what are the top screens that they sell. They're going to tell you that the dark screens are gunmetals. The screen's going to cost you $4 and $5 grand. Those are the top end screens. So for him to come out there and say that, oh, he's destroyed all black screen paint. No, you didn't do any of that all, period. There's a couple of companies that actually do make black screen paint mixers besides me. I'm not the only one. There's a few of them that do it. So you destroyed them too without ever testing their product. You do know that I'm not the only one that makes black screen paint. There's actually 4 other companies that make it besides me. And you've never tested any of their product, and you make an accusation such like that? Yeah. Just like you make an accusation of trying to fool your customers, believing that your product can pull for the environment. Now, like I said, we're not entertaining you anymore because, you know, we can see you going off on the deep end now. That's it. You're done. And I got to sit back and I got to finish off my screen here because we're going to make these screens a little bit darker because I want to be able to take in more light. This is a 5200 lumen projector we're testing it on right now, long throw. That's extended throw, 5200 Sony VPO FH36. Do you see how many projectors I test my screens on a day? Constantly test them on different projectors. The FH36, the narrow throw at 5200 lumens and 1920 by 1200 will allow me to see if a company is going to hit the screen and we're not going to have hot, like a glaring light on the other end. So that's what we're testing it. So we have something coming in to alter the formula to make it darker, but not cloud the judgment on it so it doesn't destroy the white levels on it. So that's what we're waiting for right now to come in today. And also, too, the massive piece of plexiglass I got coming in because I have companies that are interested in spraying this on their storefront windows and for outdoor displays, especially, sadly, because of COVID, you know, to get people out there so they can go out and eat and go out in an open area and be able to watch a movie at 12 o'clock in the afternoon without spending $30,000 or $40,000 or $80,000 for a TV or some LCD panel that's going to draw a lot of power. They can do it off our technology. That's where we're going. That's where we're heading. But like I said, you feel that you have vanquished all black technology? Well, you didn't do any of the other demonstrations and challenges we gave you. So here you go. Do this one today. If you complete this test today on that gray screen paint, I will believe that you have destroyed all gray screen paints. I will even admit it on camera. If you can show me that Cinemax producing a contrast demonstration in a fully lit environment. No cheating, no dark environments, none of that. Fully lit environment. Will we ever see it? I don't think we will. Where is the meter tester anyway? I think it's in the other yard. Ah, you got it? All right, that's your favorite toy. All the toys I buy, I want to pay those. At least you're not playing in the box. That's better. Vanquish. That's the only thing I've heard in my life. Vanquish. Yeah, okay, sure. All right, let's see what we got on here. We're just gonna put this. We're gonna make a difference. We got a light all over the house. No matter where we stick it, it's gonna hit something. We'll put it in the next room. Make a difference. Let's see. Getting on our cloudy day. Cloudy day, chasing the sun away. I know my neighbor's like, I never opened up that window. So my neighbor's like, why in the world? Well, they know when I had the screen open, they know I'm doing a test demonstration. They've asked questions before, like when you open your windows up. I said, no, I don't have the camera in the front because they got kids over there. I keep the camera over here. So it's gonna be kind of weird. Someone opens up the window, some guy's walking back and forth with a camera in their hand. It's kind of freaky, ain't it? Okay, then. So that's why I have the camera back here and I have the windows open here. But they know I'm testing the screen for ambient light, because he's asked questions from time to time like this. When you open your windows, like that, I have to test the screen to see how the ambient light affects the screen. So yeah, so they're watching. They watch my screen. Sometimes if I had the curtains open a little bit, because the veneer curtains are designed so you can't see through, you see shadows. But sometimes I have them open a little bit, the little light in, open up the window so the cat can get some air. And they'll see my screen in there. And it's like, yeah, they've seen me watching the game or something like that. He wants to get one done. Here's the same section I have here. He has over here in his house. He wants the same setup over there. He wants the 126. He was asking about the measurements, or I told him go with a motorized projection screen, because once this is going to be in your window, it's going to be in your window, literally. If I had went about it, I'd have put a motorized tension screen in there and I can open it up and let my light in and then shut it, which I still got to work on that. Got to get me I got to get a tension, because I can't put any other screen in there. Whew. I got to put a tension in there. If I put a tension there, I'm going to get exactly what I want. Showing nothing. Whew. All right, so today, I'm sorry, when I get off the machine, usually when I get off the machine, I forget to put links in. I do, sometimes I forget. I'll put the links in for the LED lights. If you got a chance to watch the LED light display yesterday that I installed in, I'll put the links. You can get it on Amazon. I do apologize for not putting it in there right away. When I get off the machine, I'm tired. I hit that and I went downstairs to relax for a little bit. Kind of beat. Sorry about the rug. It's kind of dirty. We'll clean it up today. We're still working on a few things. So here's my meter readings right there. And as you can see, anytime I do my demonstrations, I make sure the meters are down low to the ground. I don't like to stick them up high, because if you stick them up high, that means they're closer to the light. And I don't want that, because that means your meter's going to be off. So I keep it down low. If I put it behind me, which I take it out of the room, and I just stick it in the room behind me, we'll use it. And here, I used to like to do it behind the projector. This is what we get in this room. This is what this room pulls up. Okay, Kat, I'm seeing a disconnection of my freaking system over here. What is going on? When did you disconnect? Or did my machine just go into standby? Because I'm not seeing my display here. But no, he didn't vanquish anything. He didn't vanquish Jack. He didn't destroy anything. He's just in there running his mouth. Run his mouth. Do the tests that have to be done. First things first, your UV mix. Again, you need to display that screen on an all-white screen. You need to show the difference between that screen and its white levels. We have to do it with black screens constantly all the time. We have to show white levels. We have to show what white sheets of paper look like. We even have to show what other black screens look like on other black screens. We have to do those too. So you didn't do any of those tests. Certifications. How many screens have you screen? How many certified screens have your screen has actually been tested on? And when you do the certification test, are you doing just abstract art across the screen, or are you doing solid colors? Solid colors are very important, because then you get a chance to see exactly what red officially looks like on the screen, what blue looks like officially on the screen, different solid colors, because they're the same colors you're going to see displayed when they show that abstract art. They usually do the abstract art because it's an easy way to camouflage the screen. So you need to show those solid colors, which are very important. How your screen is adjusting and how is it balancing out to those different levels of colors. Contrast on a gray screen is very important, just like white levels on a black screen is very important. You have to display them. They must be displayed in a fully lit environment, because if I do a demonstration, say I have a gray screen paint product, and I do a demonstration on the OLED fish, and do the demonstration in a very dark environment, how is that going to react to you when you take it home, you set it up in your home, and you use the kind of light that I'm using right now? That screen's not going to react too well. You're going to get a washed out image, because you don't actually get the truth there, because he's hiding it. You want your cat thing over here? Because I want you knocking over my stand. Take it over there. So there's a whole lot of tests he's missing. There's a ton of tests he's missing. So you can't make statements like that unless you back it up. You don't have any form of videos back in the product. And every video you show, you're in the dark. And that's become your trade now. Because every time you turn on, watch your video, you're sitting in the dark. So until he does those demonstrations, until he proves those tests, bottom line, at the end of the day, his product doesn't work. That's the way we see it. He's got to back it up. We're outside twice a day, no show. I got a 250-inch screen coming up. So we built in the back. That's going to be a massive screen going back there. I'm going to paint your Cinemax on 120-inch and put it against that screen outside. And pull that Starfield demonstration. See if your product picks up. If you Crow Boys need a big enough sample, I don't know how big enough you can get than 120 inches. You'll see that one. What are you doing now? Are you triggering my lights under my sofa? Cat, what are you doing? My lights are flickering on and off under my sofa. Leave that alone. Look at this. Unbelievable. I done went out and bought over $100 worth of toys. I mean, she's got freaking spinny wheels. There's sensor mice in the house right now. They trigger off by motion. So they're triggered, they're in the house. So when she runs by a certain area, they go off, sharpens her skills. She got all these little toys right here, little things to run through. I just got this on the day for her. She loves this the most. Scratching posts. Man, and first, when she does it, she has to mess with the cables. More the lights. She's attracted to the lights. That's it. Right now, she just leaves the freak alone. My biggest concern was her scratching on one of my screens, but no, she don't touch the screens. When I put fish on, she just stops and she just memorizes. It just hypnotizes. She'll sit there all day and just watch fish. So now I got to flip my sofa up. I got to go there and go through there and figure out exactly what lights you damaged and replace them. Yeah, you know what you're doing. Curious George over here. The balcony leaper. Can't even have her on the balcony. She jumps 11 foot off the balcony. All right, so let's see if he can pull off the demonstration. I don't know. Where's is this the one right here? That one. I need to hurry up and bring my whatchamacallit so I can finish my work. Oh, and then we got that dedicated Christy paint. I can't wait to start playing around with that. Oh man, I can't wait to start playing around with that. We have that, and then we have the professional kits. Now, the professional kits is going to be like a high grade. This is going to be different. It's going to be way, way, way different from the stuff we have. It has to be sprayed on. We're thinking about adding in a Wagner paint sprayer if we can get them. If we can get them on demand, because like before we could actually get bulks of Wagner paint sprayers, but since COVID, that's becoming an issue of being able to supply those for our customers. Now, if we can get them, that's a free paint sprayer for you. If we can't, then you have to buy the paint sprayers. Paint sprayer is like $60. But that's a professional kit. So we advise customers, we're going to put it right there in bold writing. Do not buy this unless you have experience with a paint cannon. Because if you mess it up, you'll mess it up. That one's not foolproof. You have to know how to use a paint cannon to use it. I'm talking about prefer paint cannon with cup and bowling cup and compressor. Or if somebody airbrushed that screen and would look, oh wow, I thought about the airbrush it on plexiglass. That formula would look, oh, gorgeous. I can't airbrush for Jack, so I got a friend of mine that does it. I'm gonna see if he can do one for me. Okay, let me see. You're awake? Hey. You're too close to my stand, man. Take it over there, please. Thank you. OLED beta fish.
Getting that from YouTube.
No, that's the other one. We don't want them with this one right here. Meow. That's what you got to pull off, man. Corner to corner. So until you pull this off, you're not equal to a black screen. You don't come anywhere in the category of a black screen. So you can't, he's out of ideas, people. You can't use that whole thing about going back to that black material and saying that's our product, because we got other people advertising our stuff online now. Can't use that anymore. That don't work anymore. So what do you got next? And we gave you a slew of challenges. None of them were met. Now I'm gonna add this real quick. Somebody came into my channel and said, oh, you're obsessed. No, not obsessed. I don't like it when people lie about their products and can't basically do what they're supposed to do. I want to challenge you then. If Screen Innovation came out and said they had something that wasn't true, guess what? I'm going right after them. Any big companies that are doing something they have the capable of doing, I know they can't do it. Oh yeah, I'm going after them. If you're going out there making accusations that your product can pull up a contrast over equal to a black screen, then you need to show that off, that you could do that. Because if you can, that's going to be quite impressive. Hey, get off of that, crazy cat. Panasonic 4K demonstration. I see a little sun coming up. If the sun comes up today, we're going to paint a 150-inch fabric screen today. I've been dying to do one of those. We're going to paint one. I should do a tutorial video on how to paint that screen, because I got one down. I have one And if we do it on the deck, oh man, if the weather was hot, I mean, we're gonna get a cooler day today, which is gonna be kind of messed up. No, we'll see. If we get like a good hot day, we can paint this room. We can have it painted in no time at all. Especially on the deck, we can have it done. Because I need to do a fabric screen. I need a portable fabric screen for this technology so I can move it about. It's a little easier than dragging screens all over the house. Hey. See, over there by my projector. What is the obsession with the projector? You want to see what I'm yelling at? See where that stand is at? She got this whole freaking house to knock her toys around. She decides to knock them under the projector. I'm sitting there watching a movie. I'm watching the movie rock back and forth. I'm like, what the freak? She's in there rocking the stand back and forth trying to get to her toys. So now I gotta bolt that to a floor. Cause she's a small thing right now. When she gets a little heavier, yeah, she's gonna be to push some stuff around. Get away from that. Sony 4K demonstration, contrast. So yeah, after the day we're done. I know I said that multiple times, but this is what we do. When he starts acting up, we come on here, we beat the living crap out of him, and we go about our business. And that's pretty much how it goes. Pretty much. There you go. Just showing you all the demonstrations that he did in the dark, hugging the screen. We're doing them all back to back with the windows open. Showing you how it's supposed to be done. Corner to corner. Yeah, after that accusation you made and you don't have any evidence to back up that claim, yeah, we can tell you just went off on the deep end right there. I'm not following you down that freaking pathway. All right, not so. We already proved your product doesn't work. There's nothing more we could probably do to your product. It doesn't work. I find a remote control to that freaking whatchamacallit to power it up. Ah, you crazy Sherlock Holmes. Bite you, cat. Oh, bite you. Oh, bite you. Oh, it's a sandbag. Oh, yeah. Here's a loose that one. Bite you, Kate. Bite you. Yeah, fresh milk in there. What you eat your fresh milk? Fresh milk every day. I think this is the one correct. Nope, that's not it. I'm gonna start leaving these fire sticks away. There. Oh, it's over here. I'm gonna put it back in here. LG demonstration. What might be over there? Could be that one over there. Let me see. We did that one. We did that one already. Oh, we did this one too. So today, I want you to pass all these tests. See the sun coming up right now through the window? I want you to pass all these tests right now today. All these tests, just do them. That's not it. Again. LG 4K demonstrations. Oh, let's do this one right here, another contrast demonstration. None of these are working on this, right? How do you want it? Not that one. Shenanigans. Shenanigans. Man, I can't wait until the 14th. I go down to get my last shot. Boy, I got 2 weeks to wait after that. And that means I'm at Home Depot and I'm buying up anything I can get my hands on. We're going to paint sheet metal, we're going to paint styrofoam. We're going to do a couple of styrofoam projection screens. And we got a lot of stuff we're going to paint. Live demonstrations. We're going to take surfaces, we're going to make a scrap screen. We're on Amazon, and like I said, buy the cheapest, crappiest projection screens you can find, coat that, and use them to beat $5,000 projection screens. The screens we have to use have to range from $4,000 to $6,000. So I got to do some. I would like to get my hands on Optima. Optima got a gun, a real dark gunmetal screen. I would love to be able to do a test against that one. I wonder if I can call their office and see if I can get a sample of that screen. See what got on this one. It's real. Overnight real. There we go. That is interesting contrast on it right now. So I can come down here, around what time it is right now, and I can drop right here on this couch right here, give me a bowl of cereal, and watch my cartoons with my windows open. No problem. That's how it's supposed to be. This is how your screen's supposed to react, not sitting in the dark, trying to figure out where the freaking coffee table's at. And there's your theory right there by talking about, oh, mine, this is a black phoenix that's sitting up here. Screen I recoded, this is a black phoenix. Can produce its high white levels with no problem. And maintain a contrast level with no problem. Do it in a fully lit environment, with window light pushing through. It's a big difference. That's why I don't understand why he wanted to go with this whole meter thing. I mean, just where this is my main screen I watch the most. This screen sits surrounded in windows. So I don't know where in the world you got that notion that you have more, or that theory you have more light in your environment than me. Where'd you get this stuff from? I'm gonna back it up a little bit. Why are you using this much light? That's what I understand. If your screens took in so much light as you claim they did, then why are you doing these half contrast demonstrations in the dark? Got boards covering up so light doesn't push through. Got light pushing. Literally, your apartment was so dark that you could see the sunlight, the outside light piercing through your peephole and punching through that darkness in that environment. That's how dark it was. And you had a nerve to put a lamp in the center of that and a piece of wood so the light under the window wouldn't penetrate the edge of the screen. Wow, that's. And then you come back on and you do a demonstration by saying you destroyed all. Oh man, dude, you're delusional, man. You got what do you call it? Napoleon complex. I think you got that. It's something wrong there, man. That's like the Segway incident. I remember when the Segway came out. Before it came out, and they were talking about how this was going to change the way people drove cars, how they looked at vehicles. It was supposed to be I mean, if you like the Segway, that's you, okay? But some people really don't like the Segways. So anyway, it was supposed to be the car that's supposed to change the vehicle, the transportation was supposed to change the world. Man, that thing got more hype than needed. It's kind of like Crow's screen paint is a cyberpunk 2027 of screen paints. That's what it is. You got a lot of hype to it. You just ain't got, it fizzles out, man. We have cyberpunk screen paint. You should be able to do this right here. Like I'm doing right now, your menu should still remain black. See, I'm moving around in my menu, and my menu stays black. It never goes tan. This is how your system is supposed to operate. So yeah, after that little announcement he made that he's vanquished, destroyed, demolished, pulverized all black screens with no testing, and the last 2 tests he done, he faked those. We're gonna leave him in this little area for him to be at until he calls on us again to embarrass the living daylights out of us by giving us a challenge or basically making some stupid comment, and we just have to go in and just obliterate him again and just leave him be and come back in and we'll do it again. Because that's what we always do. I back up my product. If someone's going to say my product doesn't pull white light or doesn't have the ability to pull an image up or it comes up too dark, sure enough, you're going to see me on camera backing it up. If we do that to him, he doesn't back it up. He comes after us, which doesn't do any good for you because you should be backing your product. If your product can pull this so-called black level in a fully lit environment, then you need to display it. Not taking a demonstration. What freaking video is this? I love it when I be on one screen and another screen. I'm like, what the heck is playing on that screen? Oh man, I need to hurry up. I need my plexiglass in here. I want to see that demonstration on a much larger scale. I have destroyed, I have vanquished all black technology. It's been destroyed by King Crow, the destroyer of all black technology. Yeah, right. Blah, 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 blah. Can't even do this. You can't even do what I'm doing right now. You can't match what I'm doing right now. Let's go over to, what's this, a jellyfish demo? I want to do that one. I want the other demonstration. LG 8K demonstration. So we're gonna get a sunny day today, or what? We get a sunny day, I get to paint the screen. Oh, let's do scratch some stuff. So I figure I'm gonna have to paint a 250-inch screen. I'm gonna have to paint that wide. It's literally against the wall, against the system, the rack system we got to build for it. And there is no way in the world I'm basically gonna roll that thing on. It has to be sprayed on, because it's impossible to roll it on. So you get a chance to watch me do that. I'm gonna have to plastic my backyard because I don't want any of those. Even though I know I don't just want to plastic that section in there. Yeah, I'm gonna have to get a bigger paint sprayer than the 250. I'm gonna have to get a big boy to do that one. So that screen's gonna get blasted. That should be quick and fast. So I'm gonna put my first coat on, second coat, and then with the primer. to make sure it dries up real nice, and then I'll blast it. Well, I gotta get me a 590. I had a 590 too. I used to have a 590 paint spray. Now, I like the gaming on here, but guess what? I prefer the gaming screens. If I game, when people ask me, I had a few customers ask me, when I game, what screens do I game on in the house? Gamer paint only. Only screens I'll game on in the house are gamer paint. The color is just, you see how the gamer paint looks? It looks insane. So when I'm gaming, we're watching movies, usually on the black screens or the darker slates. But when it comes to gaming screens only. You're really having a battle over there, aren't you? Oh, come on, really? Get away from that. Doofus. What the freak did you knock out on my equipment? Stay away from that. Fantastic. I'm sitting there doing this video back. I'm watching it, and I seen the thing cut off. I'm like, what the freak? Cat knocked out the fire stick. Stay away from there. Fantastic. Great. See where we at in the meter. Let's go over out the window. Take a look out the window. Making accusations, you conquered black screens. Yeah, I don't know what planet you did that on. But I look forward to you repeating this demonstration. If you don't repeat this demonstration today, yeah, then it is what it is. He's not going to do it. We know he's not going to do it. And quite frankly, at this particular point, I'm getting tired of speaking about it. I really am. So I'm going back to work. And you call upon me again because another dumb nonsense. You know what? Rather yet, I'm going to have your Cinemax over here. I'm going to unbox it. I might buy two of them. I might buy the Cinemax. I'm going to get the Frankenstein too. Cinemax and Frankenstein, we'll have them over here. We'll leave them in the box. I'm not interested in your product at all, period. This is just basically to keep your mouth shut. Stop running your mouth. Stop doing fake demonstrations. I'm out of you, all right? But I'm going to go about my business. I got this technology I'm working on. I got some new technology we're working on. Professional kits coming out really soon. We got this massive giant screen we're building in the backyard. When your product gets here, it's going to stay in that box until you open your mouth again, and then I'm going to unbox that package. I'm going to blow your screen, clean out the water. Paint it up on 120 inch, take it outside, put it up against that 250 inch black screen, and blow your screen, clean out the water. So next time, just mind your business. That's what I'm going to do. You want to test it? I'll test it. I'll put you on 150 inch against that black screen and watch the screen wash out. So we're not even, when it gets here, we're going to show you we got it. We're going to unbox it. Show you the containers and stuff. We're going to leave it right there, sealed up. I'm not going to touch them, bother with it. Go about our business. When he starts running his mouth again, we'll open up one of the containers. We'll take it outside. We'll give you another challenge. 250 inch, Pacific Rim. I'm not going to tell you what I'm paid for the speaker system for that backyard. It was not cheap. I needed something to match the giant screen. Because when I watched Pacific Rim, I want the ground to rumble. That's why we're getting these subs. You ever seen the look them up. There's subwoofers that you can actually bury under the earth. That's what I want. I want the boom, boom, boom. You see them walking in? That's what I want. I want that display. You know, Godzilla looks like on 235.1 setup. And especially when he's destroying a city. That's what I'm trying. That's what I'm setting up in the backyard. Oh, I cannot wait. I'm not going to have a lot of people back there. I'm going to have a few people. As a matter of fact, I got a few customers that are going to be coming down to watch the screen. I'm friends with my customers. I got a few. Matter of fact, on my Facebook page, I got a bunch of my customers on my Facebook page. Yeah, customers I've known for over 20 years that I'm good friends with. Ain't that right? Ain't that right? Now stay away from my projector, you crazy, crazy, crazy cat. You. And then you go knocking out my LED lights on the bottom. There you go. I gotta fix that. You know what? I'm gonna do this myself on here because for some reason she's not giving me this. I'm asking for it twice. I need one video, and she's not giving me what I asked for. I said LG. Give me what I asked for. LG. 4K demos. That's what I asked for. Let's see if we can go. Because I want to get back over there on that project. We've done this. We've done these demonstrations already. I want to get back over on that project and play around with that screen. This is not the LG demonstration. I saw this and I like this, decided to put it up. There's a lot of contrast in it. And do some outer space with the space station. Captain's log. These are the voyages of the Star Trek Enterprise. The Holy Gold and no man's come before. She got new civilizations. I got that mixed up right there, didn't I? Trekkie fans like, you got that mixed up. I want to see a light display with the northern lights. That's what I was trying to find last night when we were messing with the LED lights upstairs. I want to do a northern light display with those lights flickering back. Oh man, those are the best LED lights for 26 bucks. I think around 26 bucks now. Those are the best LED lights. I'll put the link below. I'll go back to that video. I'll put the link. We get them on Amazon because you have to make sure you get those. I bought, I'll put it away. When I did the other gaming room, I bought like 4 sets of chasers and put them in it, and 2 of them weren't reacting the way I wanted them to react. Because you're supposed to do that stack. I like that stack. And the stack wasn't in there. So don't all of them come with the stacks. So you have to make sure that you get the right ones to come with the stacks. They have a weird remote control. It's like a gumdrop, kind of shaped gumdrop remote control. They come with the stacks. And that's what I want. That screen that stacks up and it breaks down and stacks up again. That's what I wanted. And several of them that I bought, that I paid money for, didn't have stacks on them. So I was like, well, answer that. Put them someplace else. And make sure when you do your lights, with those lights, all right, so say you get 2 sets of lights in them at 32 feet, right? The most you can put is 3. After you put 4, they go dim. So you're going to have to put a second power supply on that in order to run juice for the rest of the lights, because that's what happened to me upstairs. You want to make sure all your lights are by the same brand, because if they're not and you flicker one remote control, it can trigger off the rest of them. And if you have lights in the house, they will be triggered off by that remote control. And also too, sometimes these remote controls will trigger off the lights. So if your lights go all white and you can't get them to change back and you think something's wrong with them, no, just unplug them. It'll reset, plug it back in, hit your hit the your blue or whatever color you got, and it'll come back in. Because I went and actually changed all my boxes, thinking that my boxes were defective. Because I'm sitting there hitting it and nothing's changed. I'm thinking, Dad, the boxes are messed up. Replace all the boxes at $20 a pop. Put them back in, and then it did it again because I rolled over on the remote control, and the remote control turned the lights white again, or they flickered them on and off. So I'm thinking, oh man, I gotta replace all the lights. Then I realized I just unplugged them because I was tired of it. Came back and plugged them back in. They went to a solid white, hit the blue, they popped right back on. So I think the remote controls that trigger them the fastest are ViewSonics. ViewSonics, hit one button, boop, they'll change. Especially if you got to sync just right. If you decide to put them on the floor, put them in the corners. If you put them in the middle of the floor, just remember where you step. Because if you get that little, if you step on one of them and you get, like, say you got blue lights and one of them pops up to be white or red, usually when you step on them and you damage them, one comes up red. That means the rest of them are going to follow the line. They're going to be red here and green here and blue here. Yeah, they're going to start acting up. And if you're going to do them on the floor, I would go with the weatherproof, because the weatherproof has that bubble coating on top of them. That'll keep you from damaging the circuits. That's what I would go with. Nope, I'm not going to find it. Watch, I find it after the demonstration. Oh, there it is right there. Let's try LG OLED 4K. See if that brings it up.
Getting that from YouTube.
Nope. OLED demonstrations 4K.
Getting that from YouTube.
I have no idea what the freak should do. Order demonstration for what the freak? LG 4K demonstrations.
Getting that from YouTube.
Everything here but I want. Whatever. Don't care. I already proved my point already. That's the problem, man. I proved my point, and I have to always push to prove it even more. Just enough is enough. But I wanted that demonstration, and they don't have it here. Okay, this is gonna wild for here. 4K demonstration.
Getting that from
Let's see if that
YouTube.
brings it up. If it just pops it randomly. No, it doesn't. Oh, what the freak, man? What the freak? Oh, there it is, right there. I was looking for. That's what I was looking for. Okay, giddy up. I want to get back to my invisible screen. I really do. I got stuff going to work on that screen. I can't wait. My plastic gets my sheet gets here. Oh, I can't wait to. It's gonna be a beautiful screen to get done with it.
What your skin craves.
Hey. So this is the last one. We'll run this one. We're done. But bottom line is just to show you that he calls himself vanquishing and destroying all black screens. Well, my man Jamie Fernando, here you go. Do the demonstration. That's all you got to do. All the demonstrations I just showed, all the contrast levels, do them all. Do them in a fully lit environment. Open up them blinds in the back that you have blocked. Get rid of that piece of plywood you had blocking the light. Open that area up. It's funny because when you did that demonstration on when you were showing your projector in the back of your house, that area was well lit. Was it not well lit? It was very well lit. So how come you couldn't do that same demonstration in that same well lit environment that you did on the color screen with the contrast screen? You didn't do that because, like I said, colors are going to show up better in that environment with that particular screen paint, and they're not going to wash out as much. Where a black screen is going to fade so quick it's not even funny. And that's why he has to go to those sneaky shenanigans of blocking as much light as possible to make the screen look good. Hey! Meanwhile, we got Mr. Sun peeking through, hopefully. Black technology is not going anywhere. It's like gray screen prints will come obsolete. I'm gonna see if I can track down the other company. There's another company that makes black screen print, but this stuff is god awful expensive. It's like $600. How much is that stuff? Like $300-400 a quart. This stuff is really crazy expensive. But I need to get some of it down here because I'm curious. Another company that makes it. I had somebody come to me and say there's about 2 or 3 companies that make black screen paint besides me. So I'm not the only one that does it. And he's calling himself, he's vanquished all these different black screen paints. Then I like to see the test on them because I haven't seen any tests on any of the screen paints. You know, you can't even get ours properly right without mixing some kind of black formula into it or black paint or whatever it's in that mess. I can only get too close to the window. Hey! See how that's done, Jamie? No boards in the way. Nothing blocking my windows at all. Plenty of light pushing through. We got the overhead light on. Got the light over here nice and bright through the entire house. That's how it's supposed to be done. All right, I'm out of here. I gotta finish off this right here. This is what we're working on today. I keep coming back and checking the meter. That's what we're working on today. This is a day's project for the day. We're doing the invisibles today. That's what we're messing with today. Is the remote control for invisible? No. Why would I have this remote control up here? No, we don't need this remote control. We need this remote control. I gotta change this projector because the reversal on this one is the opposite. I have to change it out so it's rear on this one because that's what we're working with today. This is the Invisible Phoenix. This is going to allow you to be able to actually have really insane rear projection screen technology. And this stuff is the one that took the direct hit from sun. Top of that, it has a peel off application. When you're done with the screen, you don't want any more. All you have to do is just peel it off the surface and you're done. Easy clean up. Put your window right back the way it was meant to be. Put the angle again on that. Nice and clean. And I said before, this technology is multi-coat, which means when we developed this up the first time, you spray it one time, you would just get one black surface. And for some people, it was too dark. For some people, it wasn't dark enough. So this one has a multi-coat attached to it. So it means that you put your first coat on, you can go up to 7 coats. You put your first coat on, it becomes light. And as you add each coat on, it becomes darker and darker, but the screen is still visible, which means you can still see crystal clear through the screen. So if you make this thing so dark that you can't even see your fingers on the other end, it'll still be crystal clear. It just gives you a chance to adjust. Now, the best way I adjust the screen is I'll lay a piece of plexiglass down on maybe something like a table or something, and I'll put a piece of newspaper underneath of it. When I spray it, depending on how well I want to see the print, depends on how dark I want it. That's how I adjust how dark I want the screen. So I'll put a piece of newspaper in it if I want it to be where I don't see any print at all. That's another way that I spray it and make it disappear, how many layers I would need. Or basically, if I want to see a little faint image of it, that's how I adjust on how dark I want the screen. I just put a piece of paper behind it with some writing that I can see on the other end. So between each coat, you got to let it dry. And we advise people when you spray on it, you want to be at least about a foot away. You do not want to spray the screen while you're standing up. If you do it while you're standing up, you got to do a dusting, a light coating on it. You're doing a light application because if you put it on too heavy, it's going to run down the side of your screen. So that's why I said that this is going to require, if you have skills with using a paint sprayer, you know, this is for you. This rear projection technology will work out for you. If not, I would advise doing a little practicing first. Because some people will sit there and spray the screen, and they spray it to coat the screen. You don't want to coat the screen, you want to dust the screen. Give it a foundation first, and then keep going back and forth. Light foundation, it'll get darker and darker and darker between each dry. Do not rush it. Be patient with it. If you don't, like I said, you'll get spots in the screen that'll roll and drip down the side of the screen because the application went on too heavy in certain areas, especially around people think they don't get their corners good enough, and they'll keep spraying the corners, and those corners will actually start to saturate, and that'll start to drip down the side of the screen. So I'm saying if you're doing it for your first time, I would say lay it down flat, and you have more control. Those you're more professional with it, you can stand it up and spray it. See how it's supposed to be clean. Now, when you use poly and you use black paint, you know what happens when you use poly and black paint? Those two different elements don't break up that well. So what happens is, when the black paint hits the poly, you'll have little specks in there, little specks of black paint that didn't break up so well. And when that cannon pushes that out, you will see little freckles, spots, all over your screen. And that will show up especially on white levels. You'll see those little black spots will pop up everywhere. That's because those particular elements don't mix all that well. Anything you put in there has to be clean. It has to blend, it has to marry well. If not, like I said, you won't be able to get a clean image. It'll come up with little specks all over the screen, and it looks really awful. All right, well, with that being said, I want to do more demonstrations on this, but let me finish up here with this. Let me get something to eat. Let me tidy up in the house, get everything cleaned up, and we'll be back to do some more demonstrations on that. I want to do some special effects off with you. Pretty cool, some visual effects and stuff like that. And on top of that, think about it. If you do DJing or visual effects, you can design your own DJ screens with this stuff. You know what I mean? So spending all this money from other companies that want to sell you these DJ screens that are really light, either a white color or light gray color and the visual effects don't pick up all that well, you can't get that deep dark contrast and that visual effect to push through. Yeah, so we'll do some DJ screens too. Hopefully I can do it on my driveway without somebody calling the police on me, because I had a DJ set up out there and they were like, oh no, not today, Mr. Bird, we're not having that. And called Officer Friendly on me. All right, hope you enjoyed the video. Gotta go, and God bless.